I focus my pro bono practice specifically on the Special Immigrant Juvenile Status Program. These are matters that involve assisting unaccompanied children who enter the United States and are placed into detention. These children have been abused, neglected, and/or abandoned by one or both parents, and they're seeking safe refuge in the United States. Through this program, immigrant youth may apply for and obtain a visa and ultimately legal permanent residence in the United States. Our Faegre drinker team is currently representing an individual fleeing domestic violence from Central America. The cases are complex, and working with child clients require patience and extra sensitivity, but the results of our work are life-changing.
I've represented clients in a number of pro bono matters over the years. These have included securing protective orders, obtaining reparations, benefits for Holocaust survivors, prisoner rights advocacy, naturalization matters, and even assisted with one death penalty appeal. Throughout that time, much of my pro bono work at Faegre Drinker has also centered on guardianship matters. The guardianship matters involve youth with disabilities who are transitioning to adult life, legal adulthood, to be more precise, but who still need assistance with daily living and healthcare decision making. So I and my teams represent the parents and guardians, others who are petitioning for guardianship so they can continue to support the now adult in their daily needs, healthcare decision making, and daily care. I've also created teams to assist with matters connected to a fantastic organization that aims to provide safe, welcoming, and most importantly, affirming housing for homeless LGBTQ youth. These young adults have become homeless in large part because their parents have kicked them out of their homes once they came out to them.
Our case involved a Colorado family that was wrongfully evicted from their home. The family faced an unfathomable situation after returning from a trip out of town. There were new locks on their doors and all of their personal belongings were gone. There was no explanation from the property manager, and this was all during the COVID-19 pandemic. They were stunned and turned to the Colorado Poverty Law Project and Faegre Drinker for support. Our team dug into the facts, filed suit, and we conducted a thorough discovery and engaged in motion practice to seek exemplary damages. After months of litigation, the parties favorably settled the case.
In my time at Faegre Drinker, I've worked on a number of pro bono matters, with a substantial portion of that work being focused on appellate practice. The matters I've worked on often involve working with teams to produce high-level amicus briefs in both the Pennsylvania and the United States Supreme Court. For example, I've worked on a number of appellate matters this year for the ACLU of Pennsylvania. I've also been involved in amicus projects for CLS, the Abolitionist Law Center, the Sentencing Project, and the Rutherford Institute. I've also taken a number of individual cases from the EDPA Prisoner Civil Rights Panel. I have done representations from the Criminal Justice Act panel, and I've also worked on a number of impact litigation with teams from the ACLU. Those have involved issues regarding solitary confinement and immigrant rights.
During my time at Faegre Drinker, I've maintained a pro bono practice that's focused on representing incarcerated individuals in civil rights matters, helping veterans seeking benefits, and offering brief advice at clinics. My work on this case involved research, drafting motions, reviewing petitions, coordinating client correspondence, preparing for and participating in a bench trial, and briefing new members who joined our team earlier this year to launch the appeal in this case.
In the past, my pro bono work at Faegre Drinker primarily consisted of expungement matters, including coordinating with volunteer lawyers for justice to facilitate expungement clinics. But more recently, I have assisted with civil rights matters. In 2021, I had the privilege of leading a team that handled a prisoner's civil rights case in the United States District Court for the District of New Jersey. I coordinated discovery, drafted amended pleadings and motion papers, including opposition to defendants' motion to dismiss, which we defeated, and attended numerous hearings on the team's behalf. Through collaboration with outside counsel on a related class action matter and multiple team meetings, we were able to strengthen our client's case.
During my time at Faegre, I've gotten involved in pro bono matters whenever possible. Over the years, I've assisted with projects and cases centered on sex trafficking, reducing recidivism, individuals re-entering society, veterans, and asylum. Last year, I had the privilege of working on multiple pro bono matters focused on veterans and asylum. I oversaw communications, case and document management, and assisted with preparing exhibits and reviewing briefs.
I have an active pro bono practice in the Los Angeles area. I work on adoption proceedings and cases involving foster care benefits and immigration issues, to name a few. I strive to inspire younger attorneys to get involved in pro bono work, and I feel like the luckiest associate in the world to be supported in my efforts by the firm and my colleagues, and I want to share the contentment that I get from giving back to the community.
In the Chicago office, we coordinate with a corporate client to hold expungement clinics 2 to 3 times a year. And these criminal record clearing clinics allow people with records to discuss options for clearing their criminal records with legal counsel. And this free clinic is crucial to assisting people, many of whom have been arrested for a crime but were never convicted. And it helps them to obtain better access to opportunities for things like housing and employment. Helping to expunge a record to truly allow people to move forward with their lives unburdened from their past is incredibly rewarding.